Alrighty guys, we are going into the last match of the night. Tomorrow we're going to have the top 3 teams compete, but tonight we have another kind of match set up between some guys we saw earlier actually, Alt F4 and Die Gaming. Die Gaming on the blue team and Alt F4 on the purple team.
So this is a rematch, correct?
Yep, rematch indeed. Also guys, I forgot to mention, at the end of this match we're doing an RP giveaway, so make sure to tweet at OK Gaming, hashtag ETRYEG. You'll see something about that right before we actually do the RP giveaway. And yeah, so we have some pretty standard bans right now, except for the purple team banning out Darius.
Yep, and there's the Tarek ban that we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
It's going to become more and more commonplace.
Yeah, especially during this tournament where he's just been dominating every game he's played in, essentially.
Pretty much.
Alistar, Blitzcrank, Shen, pretty standard.
Yep.
Blitz, the past 2 games has been banned, but before that we weren't seeing him banned that much. Might have taken a look at the opponent's track record.
Roster.
Yeah, roster, and been like, hey, their support, Delirium, really likes to play Blitzcrank, and he's pretty good with him.
Oriana being banned. That's interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Malphite's still up, and as it's Karthus. Malphite has been one of those really strong champions this tournament. We saw him play last game and he did really well.
Do you think Malphite was crucial to their team comp?
I think yes, but he needed to land more actual good ultimates
instead of just on like one person. And,
yeah, exactly. Because they did have that. Who did they have mid lane?
They had Karthus?
Karthus, I believe, yeah. So if you have a really good Malphite ultimate with a wall of pain on top of all those guys,
exactly,
it's just ridiculous. So we have Malphite, and then Zyra picked up for the purple team.
Interesting.
I think Zyra has just been one of those champions. Like, she can play mid or support, and both she is really good.
Yep.
Especially if the blue team decides, hey, we want to play that Karthus we've been seeing all around, because Karthus has been doing very well this tournament.
Yep. Skarner, we saw some early Skarner. No, did we even see him?
We haven't seen him.
We haven't seen any Skarner, actually.
No.
Which is interesting. He's okay, I think.
Very strong champion. I like him a lot. I don't play him as much in the jungle. I used to really play him a lot, but I think he still is just a very strong champion.
The nerfs that they did to him,
yeah,
hurt him a little bit, but it's not.
He's still a good champion. It's like the nerfs that went on to, I think Shen was nerfed a while ago. Like, he was really, really stupid strong. Then they nerfed him, but he's still just a really strong champion.
Yeah, he's still fine. He's still banned, as we can see. And
so Ace 3833 might be picking up the Graves here.
He played Graves in the first game, I believe, or was that he played Ezreal? I think
he might have played Ezreal. Might have played Graves, one of those two. We've been seeing Graves as pretty much standardly as the 2 champions that are playing really in the bot lane. We saw Draven one game and Sivir, but that's about it. It was,
Yep. I would like to see more Draven. I think he's a strong champion.
I think even against Graves, like Graves is one of those early game, you come to CS and you're taking a lot of damage, but Graves is just like, or Draven's just like, well, I'll do the same thing to you.
Yeah, he can handle the trades.
I think his burst is even higher, potentially. Along with that, Bucklau is getting the Maokai, so it looks like we might see a Malphite top.
Most likely. I doubt we'll see Maokai top.
Yeah, I don't know if I like Malphite top, He gets countered by, like, Olaf, by
AP champions.
Yeah, like Rumble. Vlad can do really well against him, too, I think.
Yep.
It kind of depends if the jungler ganks or not. Kennen also. Looks like Delirium picking up the Karthus, so we're going to see Zyra support them.
Yep, most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
I think it really comes down to what blue team picks as their AP carry. That'll define their team comp.
Oh, what? Diana.
Top?
Yep. Guess they're picking Diana top with the, they're just going to pick a different AD carry, maybe?
Yep.
I find that kind of interesting. I haven't seen Diana top that much.
Oh, really? It's been, who started doing it? I think IG?
Oh, IG.
I believe.
Invictus Gaming or whatever?
Yeah.
Isn't that their Chinese team, right?
One of the Asian teams, correct?
Yeah. Oh.
Galio
against Karthus.
Brand?
I mean, Brand does have a lot of skill shots, but Karthus is kind of slow, so
I feel like he'll be prey to the Diana
exactly
and the CC of Zyra.
But then on top of that, you have the Soraka to maybe shut down that Diana engage. Really.
Possibly.
Because if you silence her as she uses her ultimate in, she's pretty much useless for those seconds, right? She's just stuck when she can't use that stupid little pull-in move. I hate Diana so much. She just ruins my life every time I play against her.
Sona would be an ideal pick, in my opinion, here.
Sona?
As we would have the Malphite and the Brand ult. And
as a support.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying for a purple team.
No.
We'd be like, yeah, okay, AD carry Sona, sure. I totally agree. But, so Soraka to counter the Karthus, I guess?
Oh, possibly. I didn't think of that. Yep.
Yeah.
That does work. And we also saw great success with last games, Graves and Soraka.
Ooh, Tristana.
That's the first time we're seeing her, I
Yeah,
believe.
definitely. It's going to be interesting to see her, I think. Tristana is a pretty strong champion, I feel. She doesn't get played as much because she's not as strong as those super top-tier AD carries, right?
I'm not sure how I feel about the Zyra and Tristana lane. That seems kind of awkward to me.
Because Tristana isn't exactly a burster. She's more of a sustained poke, push kind of champion.
Well, when she commits, she really commits because she jumps in there, right? Compared to someone like Graves, when someone gets rooted by Zyra,
he can disengage,
buckshot, etc.
Buckshot, disengage, yeah.
Yep. While Tristana has to get in there really to do massive damage.
Yeah. To disengage. Basically.
And that's really risky because they can actually bait them into really bad plays by simply surviving the burst from Zyra and Tristana.
I find it kind of interesting that Graves decided to go for that cleanse. I mean, it makes sense with the Skarner jungle, but I feel like most people
cleanse doesn't get rid of the Skarner ult.
It doesn't?
It doesn't, no.
Oh, no. Yeah. Maybe that might have been a little bit of a mistake then. Maybe
I think it's a mistake because what's he going to cleanse out of? I guess Zyra, Snare, and Karthus wall slow.
But what is that? Really?
Yeah.
Why not just get ignite and then kill the Zyra?
The thing is, he has the Soraka support, right?
Yeah.
So he's not looking, I guess, to go for the kills.
Yeah, it's more like a poke and kind of survive.
Exactly. But I feel like the ignite would be useful. So when they do commit to killing them,
because you know that Tristana has to commit.
Exactly.
Getting that ignite would be a good idea. I guess you can flash or you can cleanse the ignite, but I mean
you can. It's kind of suboptimal.
Exactly. When you can just ignite instead.
Exactly. What about level 1? How are we looking at level 1?
I think that the purple team has a stronger level 1. They have the Zyra and Karthus poke with his Q.
Very true.
And it's so strong. I guess Maokai is almost like he has to go for blue buff, whereas Skarner actually can do all right if he starts red.
Yep, very true. And also, they can't really do much at level 1. I mean, blue team can't do much, like Soraka, Brand is meh. It's all just kind of meh on the blue team
Graves
side.
has an all right level 1 fight, but you don't have anyone with a stun or anything there.
Exactly. That's the biggest problem that faces them. So we might see some invading action. Who knows?
We'll have to find out, really. It's one of those. Also, 2 exhausts on the purple team. That actually can be really strong on Ace, on the Graves, because he'll cleanse out a 1, but if another one's thrown on top of him...
Very true.
So, like, super late game, they can easily shut him down.
That actually might be a valid reason to take cleanse, just to get rid of that Karthus exhaust when he will go to exhaust the AD carry, right?
I mean, you're going to get at least 1 exhaust on you, basically.
Yep.
What do you think about that Diana top versus the Malphite?
I think it's a solid pick. I think Diana is underplayed. Underplayed top, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, she's played well in the mid now. Nowadays, you see her more and more mid.
Yeah.
But top lane, I think she has a place up there.
Yeah.
Because she can jump around really easily.
And she's very tanky.
She is deceptively tanky. That's the biggest thing. Because when you're damaging her and her shield refreshes, it's like another round of 100 HP, which you don't expect.
And her auto attacks can demolish you.
Yep. Especially
that passive.
Yep. If she's like auto attacking creeps and then you come into auto attack one, she can hit you with that 3rd crescent slash, which does, of course,
and a good
damage.
Diana will do that 100% of the time.
Yep.
Especially against a champion like Malphite, who has to come from range, or he has to come into melee range to to CS.
And I can't see him getting a lot of help from Maokai since they're both extremely tanky. They don't have a lot of kill potential versus that. Especially he didn't run Ignite or anything. He ran Teleport.
Yeah.
So if he starts to fall behind, I'm not sure Maokai is actually going to be able to help him recover.
Him out too much, yeah.
Wow, they got all the skins going on this game.
Yeah. And the teams are actually legit the same, pretty much. You know, one plat player on each, and pretty much all, you know, silver, gold-ish.
Yep, I think we're in for a good game.
Yeah, definitely.
The first game was good, wasn't it? I think so.
First game we watched between these two guys was definitely really good. There's a lot of back and forth kind of thing.
Oh, right, with the Amumu and Lee Sin's.
Yeah.
Oh, the clearing. Yeah.
Lee Sin behind, and then all of a sudden he gets ahead, and yeah, kind of crazy. That Diana skin's really intense.
Really?
I didn't notice it.
I hate it.
Yeah?
I hate it with a passion.
I mean, it looks ugly, but it's intense as heck, right? It's not like her default skin's like, oh, I'm Diana. This is about it. This one's like, I'm like somebody shot paint out of a cannon at me. You know? It's kind of ridiculous.
So right now they're moving towards blue, so they could be looking to actually fight.
Yeah. Kind of like what we were talking about. Got a little bit of invade going because Maokai does have to start that blue buff. I mean, if the blue team warded potentially, they might have been able to stop this, or at least to go and steal the enemy blue.
Yep. Again, we're not seeing the supports ward early, which is really weird. Like I expected them to do that.
You expect that kind of level of the understanding that early ward in the enemy like rates or whatever can tell you where they're going and when.
Exactly. It can tell your top lane, okay, I can be as aggressive as I want.
Yeah.
You can tell your bot lane, okay, I just saw him pass red. And
or you can be like, you know, you see him, you don't see Maokai at his race at like 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, you know something fishy's going on.
You know he's going top or he's stealing a red buff basically.
Yep.
So you need to be careful.
Oh, see, okay, there we go.
These guys are geniuses.
There we go. There.
Ward, counter ward. So they know that Skarner can steal the opponent's red really easily. Or steal their own red really easily. So the blue team drops that ward there at the raids.
Yep, to protect themselves.
Yeah, it's good. And it's too late now for them to go around, so they're pretty safe in just having that one ward there and knowing that he won't go for the red steal.
That's very true. Maokai started off with Q level 1. That's interesting.
That is like it seems almost silly, but he's going to be going for an early gank.
I think he expected
that.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, he might go for the level 2
as soon as he hits level 2, go top lane with that what's it called, Twisted Advance?
Possibly.
It kind of depends. Maybe he misclicked. It could be. I mean, it's not something you're going to see too often, but it's a possibility. I actually didn't get to see what he decided to level up. Would you be able to take a look?
Yep. He went. Yep. He went in sampling.
Okay. So, I mean, you can kind of start out either way, really. Like it's gonna work. You're not gonna use as much mana with your Q as you are like dropping 10 saplings or whatever.
I think he expected a level 1 fight, so he took it kind of preemptively
to try and make sure that he has like some sort of slow, like a little bit of CC on his team, basically.
But the sapling I think is still superior because it gives you that extra vision, and the damage it does is.
Yeah, like as Maokai, I always, you know, I start out E, head to my red buff, drop a sapling, you know, in the entrance there, and then just go to blue. And you're pretty safe for most of the early of the game there.
Yeah, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Oh, see, so that's what we're talking about. Diana goes in and gets that third hit on that fight.
A lot of harass going on. Stumpus actually going in there, but we decide to go down bot lane. Los Banderas taking a lot of damage from Ace.
Directed camera OP.
Yeah, directed camera must realize that Malphite can get out of there quite easily. I mean, he just uses his Q on Skarner, and then all of a sudden Skarner can't catch up to him. He gets a lot of movement speed. He can run away.
Yep.
But, Big Skis actually kind of getting caught there by your big heart girl. Gets exhausted now, actually. Oh, the engage from Los Banderos onto Holy Cow Bacon. Exhaust onto Ace. So close to going down. First blood for Los Banderos. I think that was actually a crit that got that there.
Because it must have been the exact amount of damage because Soraka had quite a bit of HP there.
Yeah, she had 90-ish. 90-ish, That's quite a lot for, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, whoa.
Wait, what?
Did you see that 16 AP on Tristana?
No, wait. She went...
Do we have AP 80 Tristana going on right now?
That's very interesting. So, most likely, you know what she ran? She ran AD and AP runes at the same time, which is very interesting.
Very, very... Like, it's going to be really strong for fights, actually, for going all in.
Early on. Yep.
As soon as she gets that ultimate, it's going to do a lot of damage. Because I think it's a... Is it a 1-to-1 scaling on AP?
I think something like that. It's pretty good scaling, yeah.
I mean, that's not going to seem like a lot, but it's going to be deceptively strong, basically. You're not going to notice it, but then as soon as she hits you with it, it's going to...
I definitely think it took the Soraka off guard.
Yeah.
By
especially
having
with that
extra burst. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 116 damage or whatever from the E at level 1. That's pretty crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, G-Jane and Deception kind of trading blows there, and holy cow, Bacon gets caught. And Stompus is coming in from the side there, gets stunned by your big heart girl. That was actually really well played by him.
Yep.
He didn't wait until Stompus got within range to like EQ or something like that.
Yep.
He dropped his pillar just as he was coming in at the perfect distance and managed to stop that from happening.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems that Brand has, is he has no escapes other than that kind of awkward kind of stun. But then you have to use 2 spells just to stun them, so it's really awkward.
And you have to catch both of them, essentially, and they're both skill shots.
Exactly.
Okay, G-Jane getting engaged on by Baklau and Malphite. He is able to get out of there, though. Ace taking so much damage from Delirium. That harass.
Is Delirium running? No. So Delirium is not running any AP extra stuff. He's just...
I think he might be running some mana regen, GP5s, and maybe armor. Those are kind of like standard-ish. I see on sports. The engage from Los Banderos. Holy cow, Bacon actually healed himself though.
Yep, just in time.
The smartest thing,
Yep.
Like they knew that they weren't focusing Graves there because Los Banderos engaged directly on top of Soraka. So healing yourself there is a better choice than you see a lot of supports like, I need to save the AD carry, heal
and
him,
then they just die in the process.
And Baklau waiting in this top area, doing a lot of damage to OKG-Jane actually.
I don't think they can make anything happen off of this.
He's just really trying to push. Oh wow!
What was that damage?
I think she's gonna have to go back. The Q probably, right?
Yeah, the Q. Wow, it does 176 damage. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 170 damage at level... oh, wow, Stump is dodging around there.
Yeah.
Under your big man. The ultimate goes off, though. He has to dodge it. No! He gets hit twice. It is. It's definitely... He doesn't have a war, or he doesn't have a health potion. That was so lucky that it bounced back to him. If he would have moved to the side instead of moving straight, he would have been able to get out of there, but it was just... It was one of those things where you don't think at the time, you know? You have to have, like, a lot of experience playing against that kind of champion, and... Most people don't play Brand.
Exactly. And that was actually a change that they...
And here comes Baklau running in. He has those boots of mobility. But Delirium actually stopped the boots of mobility effect by doing a little bit of damage to him.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually a change that they just introduced to Brand. Like maybe a patch or two ago, that his bouncing ult thingy, it targets champions over minions.
Yeah.
So before, it would have probably bounced just around the minions, but thanks to that little change, bounces Garner.
So yeah, if he just would have walked to the side, he would have been safe, but GG.
Yep.
So now Baklau is forced to... Baklau, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's forced to come down into the bot. Baklau. Forced to come down to the bot.
Some sweet animation on the skin. Like the little rocket thing.
I think she's only running 11 AP on Tristana. She just had 16 because of the Ignite Mastery.
I think she's running Ability Power Blues. Gives you 18 ability power.
Well, no, she doesn't have 18 ability power. She has 11.
11, sorry. 11.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah. That's interesting. Instead of getting MR, I guess it kind of makes sense. Baklau engaging onto Delirium. Delirium taking a lot of damage, though Baklau is going to go down. And it looks like Ace might as well. Like, Stumpus is on top of this guy. Activates the slow afterwards. Los Banderos kind of needs to get the kill, or, like, he needs to get out of here somehow.
Oh, wow.
No, don't run at him. Yes, he runs away. Is able to make sure that Los Banderos gets... Oh, okay, GG getting engaged on.
Wow.
Comboed by Deception. Deception very deceptive there with that ultimate. Didn't see, that it would do that much damage to Jane.
Yeah. I definitely like what this Malphite's building. Going that AP route instead of just going GP5s. Yeah. Because they need some extra DPS going on. I feel like with the Maokai already being jumped.
Getting that MR is going to be very helpful versus someone with as much harass as Diana. And on top of that, getting that will allow you to harass just as much.
Very true.
Yeah. Can spam them Qs. And those things do a lot of damage. You play much Malphite jungle?
I used to before the nerfs. And then
how about top?
Not as much. I think he just gets countered too easily.
Yeah, exactly. But he's a very strong champion. Like that engage, like he might be weaker now, but that engage is just so strong.
Yeah, I would be very happy if I saw Malphite get a Haunting Guys. I think that item's very underrated early on.
It would work really well on him because he has to be tanky. Yep. He has to have Spell Pen for his burst combo.
Yep, and a little bit of ability power.
Yeah.
Sure, it's just a really good item. That's
it's almost like
underrated.
the perfect item for him, yeah.
Yep.
At least if you want to go the AP route. Some people decide they want to go, the pure tank route, especially if you're playing against someone who is a pure tank.
Exactly.
But instead you're playing against Diana, who's AP and tanky, and just so mean. Oh, she hops in on your AD carry, and that's about it. The trap, or the plant rather, attacking Graves forever, doing quite a bit of damage there. Delirium is actually doing really well with his auto attack harass. I noticed that when he's underneath turret.
Delirium? Oh yes.
It's very deceptive how much damage it can do. I'm using that a lot, but it's actually deceptive because I don't think a support would have that much damage on their auto attacks. But they do, or she does.
Yeah, I really hate that, oh wow. That was a good combo. I really hate the Zyra, how the plant thing kind of rolls on the ground. I find it difficult to see just kind of where it is when it's with the creeps. Oh man. Oh,
Deception taking a lot of damage right now. As is OKG Jane though. She doesn't have enough mana to really follow up with an entire combo, so she has to kind of get out of there.
Yep.
Looks like she is going back, or waiting.
Maokai is trying to make a play here.
Potentially. There is a red team ward in that bush though, so he wasn't really doing too much. Looks like Diana might be going in for a gank right now. Oh, no.
Oh man.
Oh, there we go. That's the combo we were talking about.
It's dangerous.
Oh, big skis getting focused there. But at the same time, Flash exhausting.
Very well played.
Very well played by your big girl. But here comes the ultimate. Boom. Crushed.
Oh, did you see that sweet ass death animation?
Yeah, looked pretty cool.
Drops him down?
Yeah.
It's sick.
And, what's it called? Did a little bit of damage to Malphite top. Malphite does have that Chalice though, and he even has himself another Null Magic Mantle. He's going to be pretty tanky up there against Diana. And Deception, getting pulled underneath the tower by Stumpist and harassed down.
Oh wow.
OverKlocked though, coming in onto Delirium, and it looks like going to be able to get the kill there. Oh, but Ace might be going down. No, the heal goes off.
Oh, good save.
And this is 3v1, so Los Banderos has to get his butt out of there.
Very nice.
So now it's 5-3, but only an 800 gold lead for the blue team.
Another thing to note is Diana isn't running barely any magic resist, which is contributing to the amount of damage that Malphite is putting out, because I don't think she expected that much.
It's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's running then. Is she running Magic Pen in her blues?
Possibly.
It's an idea. I know I see a lot of APs mid run MR blues.
Oh, she could be running. You know what? She could be running the ability power per level.
Yes.
That's a popular option. I know I run it.
Yeah. It kind of depends on who you're playing against. Really, if you're playing against someone with a lot of burst potential,
exactly.
You want to.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Oh no. Brand Ward's over there, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he thinks he's safe.
See Diana, Diana hops forward, doing a lot of damage. Karthus wasn't there though. Your big heart girl getting just murked down. Stumpus now.
That's so unlucky because he just threw a ward in that brush and he's like, okay, I'm safe from this side. And then Diana's right there. That's
a very unlucky. Very unlucky.
Yep.
They do see that there is a ward there from Stumpus now, so they know that route for ganking isn't exactly open. Or invading, that is. So this bot lane now, do you think it's more even? Now that Graves got that assist? He's beating her in CS. Beating Tristana in CS.
Oh, that is true.
Tristan does have 2 kills though.
The 2 kills is pretty massive though too. Yeah. It's going to let her get the core items much faster.
What do you max on Tristana? Your Q first?
No, the W.
Max your W first?
Yep. Max, you want as much burst as possible. You don't take Q until way later in the game just because it's not very good.
It doesn't have a big effect when you're getting 20% extra movement speed.
Exactly.
On like 80 AD or whatever. That makes a lot of sense. I haven't played too much Tristana at all, really. And I was kind of actually surfing between W and E. I really wasn't sure which.
E you can take. Oh man.
OverKlocked engaging on Delirium right now. Delirium taking so much damage. Flashes over the wall. Your big heart girl uses that Pillar of Flame, but it misses Stumpist.
They can force Baron here. Or, I mean, not Baron.
Dragon?
Drake. Yes.
Yeah, because Delirium and Stumpus are both kind of low.
Yep.
And they also have Malphite Ultimate, or not Ultimate, Malphite TP. There go the little saplings. They do so much damage, and they are pretty tanky. Here's the Malphite engage. Your big heart girl kind of getting caught there, but there's nothing they can do. Deception hops forward, gets a kill onto Diana, and this is going to be a dragon right there.
I feel like that was a communication error on Diana's part. She should have just warned her team, you know, Malphite has
TP,
and he's not.
He has it, you know.
Yeah.
He hasn't used it to come top. A little bit of a mistake there. So then Jane is just going to push top.
Which is good.
Yeah, but I don't think she's going to be able to get the turret. She doesn't have enough attack damage.
Probably not.
And not enough creeps there either. Looks like she actually... How does her her passive animation look with this new skin? Does she get darker or something?
Yeah, just dark. It's
cool.
the same thing, just... Oh, man.
So now it looks like Graves, I think he's winning this lane now. Like, taking a look at the gold, it's 3,900 to 3,700, but he seems to just be able to zone out Los Banderos and farm really well. Oh, Stomp is coming forward onto Ace. Oh, the W actually misses from Los Banderos, but I think they're still going to be able to get this.
I don't think it is.
There we go. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Graves got aggressive at the wrong time, and there's a kill. The ultimate from Karthus also goes off.
Kind of a waste.
Yeah, I think giving it to Tristana is the better choice than giving it to Karthus, because Karthus is doing all right in his lane, 114 CS to 111. You know, it would be nice if Karthus could have got the assist, but if Tristana gets more and more fed, she's going to have that burst combo, just going to be able to demolish Graves.
Actually, I changed my mind. I think Karthus getting the kill is better.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they're going to have ways to take care of Tristana with the Maokai and the Malphite going straight on her, but they can't really deal with the Karthus. So if Karthus is more and more fed, they just can't deal with him.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
What about the Brand? Like, Brand can, if he lands some of his skill shots, he can really do a ton of damage to Karthus. Karthus isn't really building any MR.
Yep.
Like, he's going for the Roa, but that's not an Abyssal Scepter or whatever. I mean, you wouldn't go for an Abyssal Scepter first on Karthus.
I think it's going to be difficult for Brand to hit all of his skill shots on Karthus later on in the game, because he's going to have that. Oh, what was that?
What was that flash for? I guess
that was a mistake.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a mistake there. Misclick, yeah. He might have meant to flash forward.
Maybe?
Might have. I don't know if it really would have been a good choice either, but maybe it was just a misclick, you know.
That was a little awkward.
So now the red team is going to be able to get this middle turret, which I think is a good trade, you know, Dragon for middle turret. It's not exactly like they were trading then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but still, like, the idea is now they've closed that gap again.
Yep, right? The gold lead is nothing now.
Yeah, like 300 gold for the red team this time. They got an extra turret for Dragon, essentially. Now they can actually, I think they can transition to pushing top a little bit.
Definitely, I think that would be the right play, actually, until Dragon's up. And Dragon's not going to be up for another, probably 3 minutes or something like that?
Something like that. Because Tristana can't really push bottom too much because the turret's down already.
Exactly.
Looks like blue team's already going to get this middle turret.
Which would be really good if they could.
And the engage from Deception. That AP on him is so strong.
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
Yeah, 4-0 right now. I really don't think they expected that to happen. Stomp is taking so much damage. The Pokeball is in the middle of everybody. Oh, there's the combo Brand. And Ace doing so much work. Deception disengaging and doing just like that Q does so much damage.
Yep.
And he's taking really no damage at all.
If Brand had his ultimate there, that could have been so many kills.
Oh, there it is.
Like that.
Oh, that was so mean.
Wow, look how much HP Brand has.
Yep. He has 69 HP when I got there. That is ridiculous.
Oh, here comes the Karthus ult.
Lul. Nice try, guy. And Deception. Like, you do not expect a Malphite to do that much damage.
Deception is carrying this game right now, in my opinion. Like, he's doing work on their team.
He's gotten, or pretty much secured the Dragon. He's helped, or pretty much secured those two turrets by engaging onto Karthus really well there.
Yep. I think now he has to kind of change how he plays it, though. Now that they realize he's a damage threat, they'll try and take him out. So he
has to build a little bit more tanky.
Exactly.
And really pick his initiations. Really pick them.
Yep.
Make sure he doesn't just do the same thing where he dives onto Karthus, because he knows that they're going to be there to focus.
Exactly.
Once
Exactly. They know he's a damage threat, not just a tank with 700 HP.
Yeah.
Or 7,000.
Actually, that's something I found kind of interesting. Do you ever see Malphites building a lot of health?
Maybe in the sense of like a Sunfire.
Yeah.
I've seen that item built on them a lot. Health is just kind of a weird stat where it really doesn't help your overall tankiness. It makes you look more tanky, quotation marks, but you're really not that much more tanky. Resistances are much more important, in my opinion.
And the only kind of tanky health item that there is really is that Sunfire Cape, like you mentioned.
Yep. Randuin's also gives a little bit.
It gives you a tiny bit of health, but it's more for the armor and the AoE effect that it's like really known.
That's why you don't see Warmogs built a lot.
I mean, you used to see it with that Atmos build.
Exactly.
That was such a strange time when Atmos was really strong and every 80 bruiser would build.
Yep.
Warmogs and Atmos.
And then like Trinity Force and
you can't kill them.
Pretty much.
And they just instantly murk anybody because they have, 5k health and 300 AD or whatever it was. It's kind of ridiculous. Not seeing an Oracle's on a Baklau. I think he had one before, but he got killed with it. So instead, they got a pink ward, and that Pillar of Fire or Pillar of Flame doing a lot of damage to Delirium.
Oh yeah, especially with Malphite now has an Abyssal Scepter, which is really going to help Malphite's ult when it's bouncing around and Malphite's in the middle of their team. It's very good. Oh man!
Stompus gets the pull onto your big hard girl. The Zyra ultimate's just a little bit too. Actually, that was perfect. It knocked Ace up and knocked up Holylock out. Deception coming in. Holy crap! The damage there is so ridiculous.
Wow.
Double kill for Malphite.
Maokai should have stopped attacking Dragon once they grabbed Brand immediately. He kept sticking with Dragon and thought maybe I can finish it. No, they needed to save that Brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he get his ult off, Brand? I didn't see.
I don't think so. No, it's up still. Or no, it's down.
Okay, it's down. So he did use it.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It didn't seem to do as much. It was mostly that Malphite ultimate, it seemed like.
Oh, okay.
That did all of the damage there.
Maybe it was a combination of both at the same time or something.
Yeah, it was just like you couldn't really see the Brand ultimate because everybody was flying to the moon there. Either way, this is... I think it looks like... Actually, is Malphite going to be building a GA next?
That's what I was thinking. It might be.
I think...
It would be okay, in my opinion.
I love early GAs.
Yep.
Like, you get 2 items, and then GA, and you're just...
Do you think GA is still going to be viable after the patch? They said they're going to reduce like the amount of stats it gives, so you're buying it basically just for the ability of the revive.
It's going to be something instead of like I'm going to get GA now, it's going to be like I could get GA or I could just have my cloth armor and build, or not my cloth armor, my chainmail and build another really tanky item or another big item. I think it's going to have to be like a very situational kind of thing. If you find that, let's say you're an 80 carry and you have 3 items already, and there's really no other idea, you shouldn't go for Last Whisper because they're not building armor or something. Like almost like it is now, but it's going to be even more so like a big decision you're going to have to make. Like I'm going to sacrifice survivability for living once more, essentially.
They have to make sure they kill Brand. So purple team has to make sure that they kill Brand, and then blue team has to make sure they keep Brand alive because he's going full damage. He's not going Rylai's. He's not going any of that. He's going Death
full
Cap.
Damage. Yeah. Death Cap, and I think he might actually. Do you think he'll get maybe an Abyssal, or probably he's getting AP to death basically?
Possibly a Void Staff.
Void Staff, yeah, for the magic penetration.
Yep, but not a lot of people in the enemy team have. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Engaged from Bulkloud. He's taking a lot of damage right now. OKGJ is hopping onto Ace.
Maokai's going in.
At the same time. So it looks like, oh geez, Maokai gets himself a kill. Ace gets himself a kill. The pull from Stumpus goes off, but the Brand ultimate goes off himself, and Deception's going to go down. And actually, there's a lot of really low people, but it's only Los Panderos right now. I mean, if he gets caught by, Brand 2 spells, he's dead.
Yep.
Those people are all really low, but there's nothing he can do.
See, that's what I'm saying. If they're unable to kill Brand, he's just going to go to town on them because he's just putting out so much damage. Let's see what he gets. Probably has enough for an item right here.
Do you think that they could have disengaged there?
Which team? Purple?
Purple.
I think once Maokai went in, it was go time.
Yeah,
there wasn't much else to do. Oh, he is going for an Abyssal. Okay, that's interesting.
I think it makes sense because he's taking a lot of magic damage.
That is true.
Carpus.
That is very true. And most of the fights are close range fights, so I guess he will use the Abyssal Scepter.
And you're going to have your Malphite in the back of the enemy team, so if anybody's coming in on you up front,
that's true.
like Diana, you're going to need that the MR plus the spell pen or the magic resist.
I would definitely love to see like a Zanya's next on him or a Rylai's.
Yep.
Because
one of those tankier like survivability items.
Yeah. Rather than going for like a void staff or something of the sort. But we'll see. It's not for a while off now.
I would kind of like Rylai's on him more than Zonya's.
Yep.
Oh, Delirium has to use that flash because otherwise she was getting engaged by Maokai.
Oh yeah, there was no doubt.
Forced to get back there. This is a very close game. I'm very much so enjoying this one.
Oh yes, very much. Diana's still top actually, so this is a little bit dangerous.
Yep.
Like they could go in right now on Trist.
Oh, Stumpus almost got the pull off.
Yeah, there they go.
Engage onto Trist, and Tristana can't get out of there. You know, the AoE power from the blue team is so strong. Big Skis looks like he's going to go down as well. Your big hard girl may be taking turret damage, but that's nothing right now.
Yep.
So I think the turret's going to go down. Maybe not. It's going to go down when this next wave gets here, basically.
Yeah, Trist is really carrying the purple team right now, and they really are not defending her very well.
Ooh. No, Stumpus engages, and he's not able to get a pull on anybody because of the silence from Holy Cow Bacon.
Yeah, that was good coordination by the blue team to use everything.
I mean, Deception and Broklau stayed on the front. They didn't try and run away or anything when Skarner came in.
Yep.
And then there was the Soraka silence.
Yep.
And you know, it was just exactly what you wanted. You want to shut down that possibility for the ulti, and then kill him, basically. And the snares and slows and whatnot that come from a combination of Malphite and Maokai is just so strong.
Yep. A big advantage blue team has at this point is that they have 3 damage dealers, while purple only really has Tristana. Karthus doesn't even have his death cap yet, which is really holding back their damage. Oh, he went for QSS. Okay, that's interesting.
Who got QSS?
Brand.
That is very interesting. I think it makes sense though.
Oh no, it's very smart because they have to kill him, and they're gonna try and flash grab.
Throw everything on him.
Exactly.
Basically. And if he has that QSS, he's pretty much getting out there every time.
Yep.
Especially when the rest of his team's right there, because that's all they've been doing. They've just been team fighting, trying to push down the mid lane, and right now that's perfect for them. They can get that inhibitor and then maybe transition top or something.
Yep. And again, they have 3 damage dealers, right? So Brand can afford to get that defensive item and still have damage on his team.
And I mean, he has a death cap. He does a lot of damage regardless, basically, of what kind of items he has.
Yep.
His ultimate's going to do a lot of work. And so is the Spiller of Flame, which is just huge.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised to see Malphite go in, like, right now. Or, Malphite go in on the Tristana.
If he could get in on the Tristana, it would be really big. I think they just really want to get this this inhibitor down first.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then disengage and think about what they could do. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
They'll probably make a play on Baron soon. What do you think?
I think so. They could also just push bottom. I think that's what they're going to do right now.
Right.
Drag and then bottom because they have an exposed bottom turret. You know, you get that extra turret, and at the same time, your super minions are pushing middle. The enemy team has to be on the right side with at least 4 people. So one person's defending on the left, and then you just solidly engage because everyone's doing damage on the blue team.
Very good. I think they're just going to back off.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep. And then they're going to start getting ready for Baron, in my opinion.
That makes sense because they do have a bunch of gold now. They just, they got a kill, they've got inhibitor, they got dragon. That's a lot of gold.
Maybe they're just going for Baron right away.
They might. That'd be kind of interesting. Malphite is bottom right now. He has that TP.
That'd be pretty sketchy.
Okay, so they're gonna...
Okay.
It really would make sense.
Yeah.
They don't have oracles. They don't have wards, really. And they just got a bunch of gold, so they need to buy some new items.
What do you think Purple Team has to do right now? Because now Bran has the QSS. They can't really grab him. Malphite's initiating these fights excellently.
I think, first off, it's gonna be pretty much the same scenario, I think. But Tristana is going to have to use her jump as soon as Malphite uses his jump. Like, she has to be on point with that. If she isn't, she's going to get taken out instantly. If she can use that and is able to kind of get back a little bit, Malphite hopefully will be underneath a turret or 2, and maybe they can make something happen with the Zyra ulti, the Zyra catching,
etc.
Yeah.
I don't think she can even jump actually out of it fast enough. The animation of her like pushing into the ground and then jumping off in the same time that Malphite is closing the distance, I don't think she can jump away in time. Just
like she's still gonna get hit, basically.
Yeah, she's still just gonna get hit, unless she starts jumping before Malphite ults.
So she has to preemptively do it. Basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the Tristana's doing well, so she might be able to accomplish that.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever had that experience where you just like you know that the Malphite's coming in, or you know that the whoever's coming in, and you flash at the perfect time. Oh, looks like we have an engage on OKG Jane. OKG Jane was a little bit out there, taking so much damage, almost goes down, has to go back now, which is really unfortunate because that means they pretty much have to give up this tower. Without Diana there, they do not have a really solid tank because Skarner is bottom versus Malphite, stopping him from split pushing, which I think, it's kind of hard to really make a decision there. And the ulti goes off, but they space themselves out. Nice job there. Spacing each other out. And Ace actually kind of getting caught, but Delirium is so low, he has to get back himself now. And Deception, even though Skarner was there, still got the turret.
Yep.
And I was trying to say, like, it's so hard to decide, like, do you send someone bottom for that? Like, it's...
I think they have to, but no one can deal with the Malphite at this point.
And on top of that, he still has the teleport. He can go top anytime he wants.
Yeah, and this is very smart what they're doing right here, where they have 4 top and then the one with teleport bottom.
Yeah. And on top of that, they have super minions in the middle.
Oh wow, they're committing completely.
Big Skis commits so hard, and he goes down.
Oh, the rest of his team though, just not there to follow through.
Well, I mean, Diana was middle, Skarner was bottom.
Yeah,
they couldn't really do anything there.
Yeah.
Such an intense game.
That's gonna be frustrating. This will probably lead to a free Baron. Unless Skarner can do some...
I think they're going to get the free Baron, basically. Unless we see some sort of ninja steal with like a Zyra ultimate or something like that.
Zyra auto attackers. I'm calling it right now.
The plant's coming in.
Here it goes.
Come on, you can do it, Zyra.
Steal with that Q.
Yep.
With that 50 damage.
Drop them saplings in and steal it. Continually drop. Oh no. Delirium getting caught out. Taking so much damage, the ultimate goes off, and the pillar. Deception might go down here. No, he's not.
Nice, good play.
Ulti flashes away, and at the same time, free Baron. I mean, I think it's kind of one of those things where Brand got big enough and Malphite got big enough that there was nothing they could do.
Yep, at this point, I'm really not sure what Purple Team can do to come back.
The Blue Team's going to have to make mistakes, basically.
Yeah. And they've been playing solid all game, so I'm not sure where
they're going to make those mistakes.
Yeah. Possibly Malphite goes in, miscommunication with the rest of the team team doesn't realize it.
Yeah. Maybe Malphite tries to engage on everybody and just gets instantly murked or something like that, but he's really tanky right now.
Yep, and the Karthus wall could section off people, again, like we've been talking about earlier.
Yeah. Like, just looking at Malphite's items, he is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Death Cap, Abyssal.
Oh, he has a Death Cap. Ooh.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
It's mean, basically.
How much gold does he have? He has 12,000 gold. He has more gold than, like, everyone in the game.
I mean, the red team only has 41k gold. He has more than a quarter of their gold.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's brutal.
So now the red team inhibitor is going to go down mid. And I think we could probably see a push top, maybe. I mean, they can go anywhere.
Yep.
Top or bottom.
Yep.
They have Baron, open inhibitor mid. Got a lot of options here.
At this point, I wouldn't even tell Malphite to go in another lane. Just stay with the 5 people.
Yeah. Because if you do get something...
Yeah, if something, like, absolutely goes wrong, it's better just to be there.
Yeah.
Like, any second, I'm expecting Malphite just to ult in. Like, you see how he's kind of pacing back and forth, like, max distance?
Yeah. So on the sides, just preparing and preparing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of how you want to play Assassins, just out of sight of the enemy team. Like, look at this. I think he's just just biding his time.
Yeah, just waiting. Actually, he took a lot of damage from that Diana Q right there. That's what we're talking about. Diana does a deceptively large amount of damage and is deceptively tanky.
Yep.
So it looks like they are going to be pushing mid. They're pushing bottom.
Going bottom. Yep.
Yep. Transitioning down there. They have some minions down there, but I don't even think they really need them too much. They just need them to tank the initial shots.
Yep. They're being very careful though, which is good. They're not letting anyone.
Yeah, you don't want to throw the game by being too aggressive.
Yep. Especially with the Karthus wall, Skarner grab, anything can happen. Zyra's actually out of mana, so that could come into play in the next fight.
Especially when she has her ulti up, but no mana to use it. So there's the Malphite ultimate onto 3, and it's all 3 squishes. So much damage goes off. I mean, Malphite's being focused by the turret, but there's really not too much you can do. Stumpus goes down. There's the ultimate from Karthus, but it's not going to be enough. The turret's going to go down, and I think that's pretty much going to be GG.
Yeah, Malphite just pretty much 1v3 right there.
With that ulti in, it's so ridiculous the damage you can do.
But it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
I had a fun time today. Hope you guys had a fun time.
And there we go. Surrender. Very good game. And it looks like Die Gaming advances to the last 3. Alrighty, so I think we're going to do a RP giveaway right now. Or, okay, cool. Do you want me to still do my spiel? Okay, cool. Alrighty, guys, so the $10 RP giveaway still going on Twitter for a couple more minutes at least. And then, yeah, someone will win $10 worth of RP. Use the hashtag ETRYEG and follow at OKGaming to enter. Yeah, $10 worth of RP. Be nice. Just a little spotlight of what's going on there. If you are in the Edmonton area and you have a little bit of that legendary hunger, check out Oodle Noodle. They deliver all of the city. Delivery number is 780-278-7877. Also, make sure to come over to OverKlocked Gaming. We got League of Legends night every Thursday night, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. League night, $10 for members, $50 for non-members. Speaking of OverKlocked Gaming, try and check out some of the social media that they got. Twitter.com/OverKlockedGaming, Facebook.com/OverKlockedGaming, YouTube.com/OverKlockedEdmonton, and www.overclock.com. Speaking of Edmonton, check out Edmonton Gamers at EdmontonGamers.com, Twitter.com/EdmontonGamers, YouTube.com/EdmontonGamers, and Facebook.com/EdmontonGamers.